Welcome to another pick a card, guys. And today I'm talking about what do I need to do right now to be happy. Now, happiness can mean different things for different people, but I'm not talking about the happiness which changes with different people. I'm talking about the eternal happiness. So, these messages are going to be what you can do to be eternal life and happiness right now. Take 3 piles in front of you, and you can take your time, choose from these 3. Let me put a better view of these 3 for you, and use your intuition however you feel attracted towards whichever tarot deck. And I have all the other information in the description for you, which is the timestamps. So I'll see you on the other side. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, this is pile number 3. So on your left is pile number 1, on your right is pile number 3. I will start with pile number 1 now. See you on the other side. Hi, pile number 1. For those of you who chose the golden tarot, what's the name of the tarot? I like to be specific. The golden wheel, tarot of the golden wheel. Yes. So this is going to be your reading. See what we have for group number 1, people. Those of you who chose the citrine crystal, and so you're going through a transformation period. Like you're going through a transformation period. Yeah, that's what I wanted to put out there for you. Like, relax. Use the middle ground. Use. So you wanted to get something, but what you're arriving at is there is some love involved in this, there is some creation involved in this, there is some letting go involved in this, and which is kind of like confusing you, which is having you to shed a personality and get into other, or you feel like you're kind of ditching something or someone, which is what you have to let go, because what's happening for you is transformation, and whatever it look like on the outside is like a delusion. It's a transformation. This is what you do not see coming. The transformation, the insight, the discipline, okay? The self-discipline. I don't want to scare you by saying discipline. Creativity takes some discipline also. Like when you like an idea and you want to grab it, you need to create your own path to it. So sometimes it can be like just you there. There's nobody else but you. You have to be creative. So if with every thought you have to be the one who's affirming yourself that this is gonna happen, I'm gonna make this happen, and helping yourself out. It's you. So your happiness is in understanding that you're in the middle of a cycle. Don't stress this too much. You've come far and you can be happy. You've come far. You've come into the middle of the cycle. You've started with a cycle. You have got some benefits in your skills or in your contact, whatever area of life you feel that you have benefits. Like, appreciate them, look at them, try to build from them, try to reconstruct from them. But more you spend time in chiseling, more you realize there is no need of the fight. There is no need to chisel what you already are. Just be. And when you understand that being, something leaves you, and that something in your case looks like personality, okay? So your personality seems to be leaving you. So that's what like I began by saying this is a transformation. So that's what it is. Take it like that. This is a transformation for you, pile number 1. Yeah, confirms. So don't be consumer. Don't be hungry, okay? Like, don't go out there thinking, listening to every voice and thinking that they want something out of you. No, or that something is about you. Uh-uh. That's not what it looks like. That's just a perception of yours. It's not about you. A lot of things are not about you. So take that break and enjoy with your family. Enjoy with what you have. Enjoy with things and people who are loyal to you, who are sticking by you, basically. There is a time to plan. Mm-hmm. There's a time to plan and move forward. I'm sorry that this beautiful time for you is like kind of cladded as some kind of stress, but this is a time to move forward. This is a time to like chariot. That's what is coming for you from the beginning. You finish cycles. You finish the cycles of owning things, of having assets, understanding that there is the coming of two. One is your assets, and one is what you do with them. When both come together, you take a new leap in this transformation. You go from being alone and chasing a dream to having a chariot and actually moving towards a dream. Chariot is number 8, which is also, no, this is 7 in this deck. So, number 7, alignment. From 0 to 7, wow. You went from being nothing to being one with the two aspects of you. One is your emotions, intuition, your asset. The second is your planning, the work you put into it, and the way you move forward. Take things slow also. That's also an advice, overall advice in this reading, because you don't want this, okay? Just because you have to work a bit, just because you have to move from where you are, doesn't mean you have to be so sad, okay? It's just adapt to things. Don't be like so rigid about your personality. Your personality is something, maybe someone in the past was like, maybe as a child also someone was like always shouting at you, or you're troubled in your dreams by a beast or something, and that is why you try to be that beast when you are like in your waking life and dream is not different. So you could actually be channeling a subconscious fear. So I'm not. So fear is not bad. It's just an indication that you might need to, take a leap of faith here. That's what you did in the past. That's why you're here. So yeah, you're facing it right now, and you're completing with it. You're letting it go. The Nine of Cups is also here. So the more you align with the self, the more you follow what you started at the beginning, the more you learn to calm yourself down and not depend on external things for moving on. You need to depend on yourself first. You cannot depend on your mind, you cannot depend on people, you cannot depend on relationships, you cannot depend on anything to bring you fulfillment. But just the two aspects of you, embrace the two aspects of you, the shadow and the light, both are you. So claim the control over both of them. Don't feel that you are different from these two. Don't chase a dream. That's over. Now you're moving towards something. You have a goal. You have things to do in a day. And that's how you should be moving forward. Instead of spending a lot of time in analyzing who did what, embrace the two sides of you. You are intelligent wherever you are in your cycle, and so is everybody else, so don't judge. So, pile number 1. I will now move on to pile number 2, which was the Moonology cards. If you want to follow me into this journey of because I feel that these kinds of reading, which are like guidance reading, they kind of open up the different dimensions. So, if you are attracted to pile number two, if you think that you have messages in that pile, you can join me in the next one. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group number two, the Moonology cards. With the pile one, I finished at the point where they were moving on with the chariot. Number seven, and you get the number six, a full moon in Virgo, you're good enough. That's what it says. Okay. What do you need to release? You and your loved ones are safe. A sense of the self is what you're gaining. And I feel that you were trying to move on from something, but now you're at a point where it's no longer part of your life. So you're thinking how to remove it from my mind. And it's emotional. Can also be work related or something related to your status in the society, to your, could be a relationship, but something that you wanted to realize, you realized and you took a step forward. The ways to keep going, actually, the ways to being happy in the middle of the chaos, knowing that chaos is also part of the journey. Chaos happens when you are resolving something, you know. From new moon in Cancer, the solution, when you realize that you can have a new beginning with mother like love. So I do feel that a lot of you have left some job, or maybe you have like left a relationship. You've left something in the past which was kind of torturing you, making you into a worker, and you were just giving, and you wanted to receive. And in the moment of realizing that I need to receive, you realize that you need to let go, actually. You need to let go of what all of it has done to you and trust that you can have a new beginning. And all of this is a big fear, let me tell you. At that time, when you were thinking that that job or that person is like torturing you, that was a fear that they will do something wrong to you. Feeling tortured is basically fear. You're never tortured by the universe. You torture yourself with your mind. And while coming out of it, you're also realizing that now you have to do a process or healing to let them go. So you are confused. Will I always be in the healing process? No. You need to choose. The new moon in Cancer. You need to choose the love which extends like a mother, you know, which extends like in all directions, which in which you understand that everything is you. You encompass this all. And you, not as you who is the ego or who was doing that thing in the past or who is trying to release something, you as who are now, who's fresh, who don't need nothing, not even this reading, okay? So drop your fear, group 2. That's the overall message here. You are too fearful about this subtle aspect of life, about what can go, how. Or maybe you are in the middle of a situation. Let me take a sip of a drink and then we'll continue. Maybe you're in the middle of a situation, okay? I'm not denying anything. Maybe you have family issues. Maybe you have family with this person. Maybe you are running a court case. Maybe you're trying to find a job and you're not getting the success. But it's only leveling up. So leveling up sometimes gets, chaotic, like kind of like you feel like you being has a choked or suffocated, but this is just leveling up. So you do not need to build that imagination, and also purify what you'll watch. You're watching a lot of shit online. Purify that. Make this a point. It is going to help you big time. Just for maybe one day. Just keep that phone down, keep that screen down. Try to detox and enjoy things for, you know what, you are that personality who, when starts to lose something, starts to see the worth of it, because you never realized your own worth, baby. Stop seeing things in material success. Even if you get everything, you won't be that happy. Do not live on material success. That's why I'm saying detox yourself from the social media or videos, whatever you're watching. You're consuming a lot. You're consuming like a consumer. You're consuming the food that you're watching online. You're consuming whatever you're watching, the content you're watching online, intellectually, emotionally. It's affecting your patterns, okay? So you need to receive beginning of this reading, okay? You need to receive. That's why you left that job. That's why you left that relationship. That's why you left that situation. That's why you decided to do whatever you're doing right now. Because you need to receive. So for that, you need to empty yourself. That's the overall message here. You need to empty yourself, group 2. There's no other way. Empty yourself from your fear. Empty yourself from the low vibrational content that you're watching online. Or empty yourself from the fear of change, because change is your reality. You think that by sitting in one place you're not experiencing change, but you're just resisting change, and that's why there is the suffering, because you're resisting change. Don't do that. Don't resist change. Do not think that moving is different from sitting in one place. It is an idea of the mind. It is an idea of someone who posted a picture of vacation and you thought that vacation is the best thing in the world. Who knows? It was not you who did that. It was somebody else's pleasure that you thought could be yours. That's what I mean when I'm saying that you're consuming while you need to receive. So that's how you need to let go. You understand? So pile 2, this is what I have in this reading for you. Join me for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, the Ethereal Vision Illuminated Tarot deck. Let's see what is up with you guys. What's up with group number 3 today? You guys, you get 3. Okay. You know what you need to do to realize your happiness, as the topic of this reading. You just need to be alone. You're taming yourself. Stop doing that. I feel a lot of you are living alone, maybe, or you are in some sense very alone. Like, I do not feel that there is a lot of pressure on you, but you have built it in your mind. You have some tradition in your mind which you want to follow, and you don't know what to choose, while one side of you is stretching you to choose something, work with something, and you're being asked to, like, just relax with the judgment. Now understand this judgment here, okay? This is the soul meeting the ultimate. So you need to relax in that moment where the soul meets the ultimate. There is duality created by the mind. The mind creates the duality. It's not necessarily existing out there. The difference between heart and mind, and when does heart come together with mind, you know, all those things, that difference need to, like, vanish. The heart is in accordance with the mind is in accordance with the heart. There is no difference. Who created the difference? Someone is creating the difference, and that someone is suffocated. So let that go. You are not suffocated. Let the conflict go. Let the one who is in conflict go. You are not suffocated. You are in more than just peace. You are manifesting for yourself. You want to celebrate. Okay. So pile number 3, I feel that you are that bunch of people who have had an experience into something, and like some spiritual experience you have, or emotional fulfillment. You have very specific ideas about where you will get fulfilled. You could be into drinking, you could be into things, substance. Okay, substance is making you happy, and because of that substance, there is sometimes fear produced in you. That does my real detachment uh, accept this substance, or if I do not have this, do I can I even actually choose manifestation? So that's what you're being told here. That's your nature. You will create and you will abide to something. You will fall, you will like remove your how say veil. You will remove your veil, and at the same time you will um, put a veil on, like the magician. So you're both. So no one is taming anyone. No one needs to tame anyone. No one is getting over. No one is overpowering anyone. Whatever duality you're experiencing, there's no sense of empowerment or over empowerment or anything or everything. You have everything that you need. Do not look at material possessions, and it's more like material things. Do not look if this stick, okay, and I be like, this my stick, I won't let it go. I will in some time, if I'll start feeling this ugly, and then I'll put it aside, and then it will just disappear one day, and then I'll worry, where did it go? So why did I put possession on an item? It's right here. It's existing. If it need to go, it will go. If it's here, it's here. There is no need to put like any possession or any angle into it. No need to. You could be an artist, very well be an artist. Okay, so there is this classic artist clash. What I'm observing here, you're here to produce, you're here to serve, but for some reason you think that you need to satisfy also. No, you just need to. What are you? Who will you satisfy? What will you satisfy? There's no one. You are independent, and you know that. You very much. You have who had those journeys. You have, you have had those ego death and spiritual experiences, which tell you whatever you know. Now you're not able to recall on that experience because that experience is in the flow. It's not in staying on a judgment. It's in exploring all of it without any hesitation, without any, you don't owe anyone anything, without any verbalization of it. You cannot, what's on your mind, you cannot always put it in words. Maybe sometimes you can, and that's a great amazing thing that you can sometimes, but not always. And let it flow in you, let that happen in you. I feel that you have a strong desire for material wealth, but for some reason you have like suppressed that. Maybe you even blame it on your spirituality that you do not earn money or something, or whatever. If you are into some kind of artistic abilities, or you're into some kind of like money making or drinking, whatever, you're kind of suppressing your want for material into some kind of other happiness, and which is creating a conflict which doesn't need to be. Do not classify it as material or as something else. Do not think that these two nature cannot combine, cannot come together, or that something has to be positive and something has to be negative. No, it can. It Where do you separate it from positive or negative? Do not fall into that separation point. Pile 3, group 3. Okay, maybe you have had some journey. Even if you go inside, growing some root doesn't mean that you cannot flower on the outside. In fact, growing the roots means that you can flower now. So allow yourself to flower. Don't think that because you have had such a past or you have had such experiences, now you're a certain kind of person. Let others decide that for you. You keep doing your magic. You keep working on what you're working, what inspires you, what fulfills you, what brings you the wealth that you need to manifest more, and empower the institution that you were born out of. Empower your family, your background, whatever is like that tradition to you. Maybe it's detachment for some. I'm seeing a detached group here. I'm seeing some kind of sage like people here, okay? And let others call you that. Don't put yourself in a box. What more messages? Whoever you're waiting on, if there is a person that you're waiting on, that also is like a significator of your material nature. Or if there is some sum of money that you want to receive, that also is an indication towards your material nature. So don't deny your love for material as such. Enjoy the items that you enjoy the things that you enjoy them completely. Do not blame yourself for just for enjoying something, like literally, like life. Why did you take this birth? To enjoy the world. Don't destroy yourself, or don't, discriminate yourself. Don't fall into guilt just because you enjoy life, or you want to enjoy life. You want to be in oneness with life. You want to flow with life. You want to live. Remove that want, and you're living already. So put that, do not feel that that source of life is in somebody attending to you, or somebody appreciating you, or you falling into some kind of trance state. It's mostly in middle of all these. It's mostly in the transition. That's how I'm seeing it for you. So like kind of like try to catch that glimpse, try to catch that transition, and then extend from it. Like don't hold on to it. Also don't let go of it. Don't let go of your love for change, your love for transition, your love for being in flow with life. There can be sometimes when things aren't that clear, then they don't need to be clear for that moment. That's also something that you chose. That's also something that you wanted for yourself. So that want is a strong thing in you, and it extends from material to assets to being popular to being traditional. It extends to many things. So it is kind of a call of the subconscious. It wants to have it all, but you already have it all. So celebrate that. Celebrate that in such a way so that you can deepen into your subconscious. Do not fear the night. If you're sitting watching an evening sunset, you don't fear the night. In some time there will be a night, and then there will be a dawn again. So it's just a flow. Okay, don't fear the flow. So, pile 3, I hope this helped. This is what I have for you in this reading. If you felt attracted to any other pile, go watch that too. You may be having messages in those also. Thank you so much for tuning in. Join me for more. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.